Welcome back to Hit or Miss Hallmark Movie Reviews. I'm John.
I'm Daniela. That sounds weird, saying it the other way around.
Yeah,
I almost forgot my name.
It's gonna be a fucking nightmare for me to do the intro,
God.
but whatever.
We're still trying to catch up. We're not too far behind anymore. Depending on when this goes up.
No, yeah. I think we'll be okay. We decided to jump ahead a few movies, but we'll be back for the others.
Yeah, hopefully.
We just thought this would be a good way to fake being caught up.
Yeah.
I feel better.
Yeah.
Okay. So today we have
Love's Greek to Me.
Oh, I hate that name. It's so bad.
It doesn't roll off the tongue very naturally. Anyway, this one is starring Torrey, DeVitto, and Yannis. Is it Tsimitselis?
Tsimitselis.
Oh my God.
Yannis Tsimitselis.
Tsimitselis, that's it. Tsimitselis.
I'm gonna.
I like that.
Yeah.
And of course, Star Trek Next Generation royalty, Marina. Sirtis. She's also in Star Trek Picard.
I haven't watched that yet. We haven't watched that yet.
No, we haven't watched that yet.
You're new to Star Trek.
Yeah.
I'm fairly new to Star Trek. I love Discovery.
I like Star Trek. I'm not huge.
We need to watch Picard.
Picard looks good.
I've heard it's very good.
But Martina, she was actually in my favorite episode of Star Trek Next Generation. I remember she was eating ice cream and in that little restaurant lounge thing that they had up there. And it was chocolate ice cream with chocolate syrup and chocolate chips.
What else happened in the episode?
No, I don't know. That's all I got from Star Trek. I was just like, oh, I was so enamored with the food.
Sirtis eats ice cream.
There's a fly in here. It's going to be flying all over the place. I just noticed that.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry. That's all I got from the Star Trek episode. But wasn't she like the doctor? She was the doctor, wasn't she?
I don't know.
No, she wasn't the doctor.
I never watched Next Generation.
No, she wasn't the doctor.
Oh, there's a fly.
Here, anyway, we're getting off track here.
Oh, I see him.
Torrey is no stranger to Hallmark movies. We've seen her in A Rip in Time and The Christmas Promise, also Right Before Christmas, and I actually know her from Chicago MD.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Extensive.
And yeah, pretty good. So Hallmark is currently doing their June weddings this month of programming, so lots of weddings. Anyway, it's a subgenre that we really enjoy. Yeah.
It is. I love wedding movies, so let's get weddy to wumble.
Oh, wow.
Do you like that?
I like it.
I hate it.
So what's this one about?
Ilana travels to Santorini with her Greek boyfriend Mike for a family wedding. When he surprises her by proposing, she gets caught up in the whirlwind of his overzealous mom. Bring, ding, ding. Yeah.
I mean, you can't help but compare this to My Big Fat Greek Wedding. You can't.
Obviously, they used
It's not going to live up to that.
They literally said big fat in the first 20 minutes, like a few times.
They did, and they made it.
They were trying to like, it's like, okay, you don't think we're making the connection?
They made at least 2 references as well in the dialogue. So what did we think about this? Okay, so this started off a little bit rocky for me.
Rocky?
It wasn't until we got to Greece that I started to like it. And mainly, okay, for the scenery, yes, first. A few of the performances, but really I liked the main themes overall in this one. I thought the themes were good.
Fair enough, I did too.
Okay, so although I found Athena quite annoying as the monster-in-law, as everyone likes to use that term, she did bring a new, fresh trope to the center here.
Yeah, we don't see that a whole lot.
No, the overbearing, controlling mother-in-law.
No,
there's
been a few, but
we don't see it very
they tread
often.
lightly with it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't recall seeing it like this, at least not to this extent.
Not to this extent, yeah.
I mean, the character Athena annoyed the out of me almost the entire movie.
But that's what it was.
But
she was meant to do that.
Considering that was almost the sole intent of this story, I have to say they did pretty well.
She did great.
This is a good one to have a reaction cam for because
like while we were watching,
I was like swearing at the screen the entire time and just like.
She was definitely a bit too much for sure.
Yeah, but.
Anyway, I like Martina. She's a great actress. She pulled off Athena perfectly. You know, we're supposed to be annoyed with her. I liked that we didn't have a typical man falls in love with woman story here. You know, our leads are already together. And I like when Hallmark embraces these kinds of stories. You know, we aren't waiting for them to find love, but what typically happens is they go through some other type of journey and a revelation of oneself, a change that one person wants and what that means for the other partner, how values and culture and goals can change over time, and if that relationship can sustain that and can survive that. Change and how the relationship can change as well, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was good. Familial obligations. When should you follow a predetermined path set up for you by your family? Or when to venture off onto your own and do something you're passionate about, or not even passionate about, just have some new experiences. You know, some real life subject matters here. So I thought that was great. I liked that.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, I liked it too, but I think by starting us off in the middle of an established relationship, you kind of leave a lot of story out. And granted,
Like how they met.
Yeah, they eventually fill in the gaps, but only to reveal that Lana's character is so boring and just like devoid of anything.
She's a little dull.
Like she has no family, she has no friends, she has nothing. Halfway through the movie, I
No
started
culture.
nothing, like absolutely nothing to her. She's absolutely empty character. And I just started siding with Athena because Lana seems to be fighting for her wedding to be her way the entire movie, even though she has absolutely zero clue what she wanted, zero clue what she's doing, and not a single family tradition to bring to the table.
No, it wasn't zero. I wouldn't say zero.
Yeah, her mom was supposed to.
That's tradition. Her mom designs her important dresses.
That wasn't tradition. That was just something she decided on, and then they never even talked about it. Her and her mom never had a conversation about it. Like it was
But
absolutely
didn't they? I
no.
thought they
It was like
did.
completely out of the movie, and she was just such a blasé bride to be, like the most in any wedding movie I've ever seen. Once I'm looking back at it, I'm like, this did not want to get married.
Yes, I agree.
Or
I agree.
it's like she didn't want anything. Like the only time you ever saw anything in her face like that resembled like passion was when she's flicking dust off rocks in a quarry. Literally,
Well, she was passionate about being an archaeologist, and
yeah, but
they touched on that in the
it. Like,
theme, so
she
wasn't
did not
sure.
want to plan this wedding. So like for her to even be like standoffish with her mother-in-law, it's like if Athena didn't exist in this movie, your wedding literally would be like her only wishes for her wedding were I want a small one, which the only thing it says to me is like you don't want to get married.
Yeah, but at the same time,
or you have no friends, you have no family to invite.
she didn't want the mother-in-law to completely take over and have it be completely
Yeah, but that's
her
exactly
wedding,
what she needed
the
because
mother-in-law's wedding.
Like she was planning nothing on her own. Like
Yeah,
she was
but
planning
it's also-
like
she
inviting
was
no
just
people.
proposed
She doesn't.
to.
It doesn't matter. She doesn't have
There's
like
time.
She hadn't thought about this in her entire life. Like her dad leaving when she was 8, like
No,
completely
because
ruined
even
her for
getting
weddings.
married,
like,
even getting the idea of even getting married. Remember, she says it's such a huge thing. It's such an
yeah, I
important
know. And it's
part
like,
of your life.
she's
I'm
just-
unsure. She
She's
is
just
unsure.
such a blasé character. Her passion didn't push through the story for me at all. By the end of it, I was like, thank God for Athena because this is so
Goodness.
boring.
No, Athena was way out of line.
Yeah, but I
Way
mean,
out of line. You
honestly,
can't decide
there
every
was,
detail.
There was zero movie without her because Lana's
Yes,
character was
she
just
was entertaining.
the
and
most
she,
boring thing I've ever seen.
Fine,
in a
I
wedding
agree
movie.
with that, but at the same time, I don't think Ilana was completely devoid of any kind of like idea of what she wanted.
Barely
she just wanted
anything. The only
a simple, small wedding that was maybe not as
Yeah, but even
like
the
religious
act, even
as
the
what
act of
Athena
saying,
wanted.
yeah, I want a simple, small wedding that's not religious. Why the are you marrying a Greek dude? The whole movie didn't make sense because she had no passion. She was fighting for nothing. The only thing that she should have done was like, let's do the wedding your family's way, considering your family has a tradition. All I have is my mom. Her mom literally, in the first 2 minutes of meeting her in the movie, is like, I don't know how to plan a wedding. You're on your own for that. It's
really not
this
the
is
best
so
at
stupid. This is absolutely, this movie means nothing from this point on.
I thought that was silly that the mom was like, you know, when it comes to weddings
there's
and
no-
families, I'm not the best
after that,
person to talk to. That I agree with.
There's nothing to fight for in this movie, so I was like, I'm left with like, ugh. It was a bad
I just think
fit.
she was
It
just
a bad
unsure.
fit.
I just think she was unsure. It's part of the themes that I touched on. What do you want out of life?
But
you know?
the themes made sense if she wasn't a shut-in archaeologist. I think it's bad writing here. When you break it down, that's all I can
agree.
really
To an
get to
extent, I
because
agree.
she didn't play the character bad. She
No.
was shut in and she was boring and vapid and like, but that's what
She's
they
also
wrote her
trying
here,
to
right?
balance, which we'll get to, she's also trying to balance being respectful and nice and kind to her future mother-in-law
Yeah, I mean-
with also kind of saying like, you know, I don't want all of that stuff. There's also time. There's time to plan a wedding. She just got proposed to.
Yeah.
It usually takes like a year.
Yeah, I know, but you know, this is just not. It just feels like she didn't know the family. She didn't know what she was getting into. It's like
No,
you
she
should.
didn't, and she should
for,
have, yes.
For an archaeologist, she just did not understand people.
That's why she's so obsessed with the past
It's
and
so,
history.
It's so stupid.
Yes,
the character,
it's a bit on
the
the
character
nose.
did not connect.
It's a bit on the nose to have her be a teacher of archaeology, or to have her be an actual archaeologist, but still.
For me, it's bad.
All right.
But let's get to performance.
Let's get to performances. So in terms of the two leads, I thought they were both okay. I thought Torrey, out of the two leads, was the standout, you know, because, you know, it's her story. She's the center or the heart of the story, and it's about her relationships. Her relationship with Athena, with Mike, and the most, you know, which is the most dominant one, but also with her mother and Mike's sister. So her being the central character, the lead, I thought she stood out. But I also liked that she wasn't afraid to push back at Athena, but she did it in a respectful way. And she did lose a little bit of her temper when Athena decided to buy her actual wedding dress, but that was obviously called for. Like, yeah, that was way out of line.
Yeah, I get it.
But I thought Athena was the better character. I thought she was better.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's by far the
better performance.
Standout for me. There's nobody else really like shone through in the movie.
She did have the better
even
performance.
though she was annoying. Mike was more less of like a mama's boy set piece.
Yes,
as I mentioned,
agree.
Lana was like the dullest bride to be in the history of wedding movies. So there can't be any other choice than her. But for that reason, the movie didn't really leave a great lasting taste.
Athena was great. Like, Martina played Athena.
Yeah, she was
fantastic.
excellent. She was excellent.
Yeah.
It's just about how the movie felt on the whole. More tzatziki on the whole.
More tzatziki. Why don't we get to Nit Picky, Hit Picky?
Yeah.
So Nit. I noticed that they didn't use any subtitles, even though there was very minimal Greek spoken, although that was kind of unrealistic too, especially when the sister would talk to the mother. Like, you're not gonna speak in English, you're gonna speak in Greek.
Well, I don't know.
right?
If they're trying to be polite, they might just speak in
There was
English.
no one else around them. It's not like there was just like
Yeah,
the
I
two
don't
of
know.
them, or I don't know.
Well,
whatever.
then it was to make it easier. But yeah, I didn't even notice.
Just subtitles would have helped, I think.
The couple lines were like, yeah, sure, or whatever. There wasn't
Maybe. It's a very small nitpick. Another nitpick. So the accents. What is going on with the accents? Or we seem to always come back to this as a nitpicky. Although I think there was only one person actually trying to hide it this time. Everyone's accent was kind of out in the open. So we have Susie, who's Torrey's mother.
Yeah.
So this she was played by Jo Prince. So she sounded Australian to me, but when I looked her up on IMDb, she was actually born in the UK.
Well, whatever it is, then she lives in Australia or she lives in South America
sounded very
or
Australian.
South Africa, that's right.
But she was not trying to hide the accent.
No, I know, but like, what are they doing here? It's like, these aren't big roles. Like, you can't fly in an American person, or it's like, it's just confusing. It doesn't make any sense. Like,
But that's okay. That's normal. Honey, I know you're worried. But also I know Mike is the man for you.
We had talked about, you know, if she was openly Australian, or whatever, they could have used that as a pivot point in the story to have Ileana have some cultural traditions. They could have used that. Like,
Yeah,
on the phone when she asked her mom, you know, is there any like religious or cultural traditions that we have? Well, you know, maybe when you were growing up in Australia, in the UK.
I know,
like
we have zero lineage for Lana's like
No, I know,
family.
but that's,
It's like
that's a missed opportunity.
I know, but
Yeah.
exactly. You could at least write the character. It's like, it didn't make any sense. It felt like I was watching Terminator 2 and John's calling like his step-parents and it's like, they're actually murderous robots that already killed your step-parents.
What's wrong with Wolfie? I can hear him barking. Is he okay?
Wolfie's fine, honey. Wolfie's just fine. What are you?
It's like,
Yeah.
who is this lady? How does she have any thing to do with you? It did not.
It was odd.
It didn't ring
was an
true.
odd choice to not touch on the fact that she clearly has an accent. She's not from the United
Yeah,
States.
she could have moved to the USA when she was young and met her dad.
sure.
She has no family in this movie. There's nothing to connect.
No, I know.
It's so awkward.
Yeah.
And the accent thing is just like, you had one job as a mom character. Just be American.
I
Just
know.
sound American.
The fact that she
If
wasn't
you're gonna
trying
be
to
from
hide it,
Boston and like you sound
Yeah.
like that, like come on.
if you're not trying to hide it, then work it into the story. I think that makes
At
most
least
sense.
a little bit. Like that could be on the director.
someone who
or the
was-
writer. Like just.
Yeah, that's definitely a writing missed opportunity there, I think. And then her friend who was at the dig, who was supposed to be American, her American accent wasn't
Yeah,
too
her accent
bad.
was good though.
I think she let it slip a few times, but
because it's like, I don't know.
I actually don't see that actress listed on IMDb anywhere.
No, she doesn't even
So I don't know
exist.
who was that. I have no idea. Continuity.
Oh.
There's continuity error here.
I mean, it's pretty small. But.
Very small, but I noticed it. I seem to always notice the shoes
Shoes.
for
You
some.
clearly always
I don't
notice
know,
the
like-
shoes.
Shoes.
I like shoes.
Oh my god. Shoes.
My eyes go to the wardrobe, yes, they do. But you didn't notice the sandal switcheroo?
I didn't. I wasn't looking there.
So for certain scenes, she had brown sandals. And then in the next scene, same dress, same time, just in a different location, she has pink. I think they were pink sandals.
I have no theory for this one.
Oh, I know, because the other one you did have a theory for. No, this I think is just a continuity error.
Yeah,
Shoes though, that's weird.
Because they were
Same
obviously
style.
uncomfortable.
Same style. No, same style. Wedge thick heel sandals.
Well, yeah, okay.
Just different colors.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I don't know. Okay, let's get to a hit. Grease. I mean, the scenery
That's a stupid hit.
But it's a hit. Fantastic setting. It was better than the Weddingville Journey. They had better locations. I think it's because it was Santorini.
Yeah, probably.
It's insanely gorgeous. A lot of white and a lot of blue. It was just so nice. It'll make you want to go to Santorini as soon as possible.
That's one thing that kind of annoys me about whenever they do a Greek anything. It's like they show
white?
people, too much white and blue. It's like the main character in this movie as well. It's like the first dress she was wearing was like, why are you dressed like dishware?
Because that's the theme.
It's not. But Greek people don't dress like that because their dishes look like that.
She's not Greek, and maybe she's just kind of oh, this will be perfect in Greece because it's blue and white.
I have a plate.
I guess.
Yeah.
But that's kind of cute.
Nah.
She looked cute.
If you're not in
She
Greece,
looked cute.
if you're not in Greece, it's cute.
No, I thought she looked good. Let's get to the writer and the director. So the writer here is Joey Botkin.
I remember his name.
Some other credits include A Winning Team,
Oh.
#Christmas, Our Italian Memories,
yeah.
The Christmas Contest.
The director here was Michael Robeson.
Love him.
Some other credits include Long Lost Christmas, Romance and Style,
Which I did not like,
It Was Always You,
with Tyler.
and An Unexpected Christmas.
Which is still our ultimate favorite
That
Christmas.
is.
Oh my God, it was so good. Okay, so did this hit or miss the Hallmark for you?
This is a miss.
That was a miss for you. Interesting,
Yeah.
because
We're 0 for 2 for the wedding movies. You
haven't liked them.
You got to do better than that, Hallmark.
This was definitely better than Wedding Season.
It was.
I'm gonna say this was a hit for me. I think for the themes alone, and for the location, and for the fresh, maybe new trope that we might see of this crazy monster-in-law.
That's fair. I didn't.
That's why I'm gonna
I
say
didn't mind it. I just didn't want to give it a hit because I expect more from the wedding movies, and it definitely was better.
You have high standards for weddings.
It was
You
better.
do.
It was better than the last one, and
Definitely.
it was only a slight miss, but definitely missed.
Okay, cool.
So let's get to the Hallmark checklist.
Let's do it. A promotion or deadline?
No. Career-driven lead.
Yes.
Which-
She's an archaeologist.
Oh yeah, right. That's all she cared about.
The whole
sorry.
time she's saying, my whole life is in Boston, my job, my career.
Boston.
A big misunderstanding.
No. I mean, no. Change of heart.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I guess it's Hallmark.
Someone gets dumped, fired, or dies. She kind of gets dumped, remember? Are you breaking up with me?
No, that was
She says,
stupid.
and then he's
no,
kinda
that
like,
was
"Oh, I
he's
don't
like,
know."
I don't know, but that's definitely no.
But he
That's
does
definitely
say-
not a breakup.
No?
No.
Okay, fine.
Disagree.
Fine.
Second romance subplot.
Yes, we have a wedding here. His sister's
Yeah.
getting married. And
I believe the sister character more than anything. She actually gave a shit about her wedding.
yeah, and she tried to fit in more personal touches.
The
instead of
movie
what
should have
mother
been
wanted.
the movie should have been about her because all of that stuff made sense with that character, but it didn't made no sense with Alana.
Okay,
Llama. Anyway, it's a proposal or wedding.
Definitely. As we said, all of these should have that. Travel issues.
No.
No.
Selling the house, business, or farm.
Wait. No. No. Selling the house and business farm? No.
Big city to small town transition.
Well, yeah, we go from Boston to Santorini.
I guess
so.
so.
Small island
Yeah.
transition. The almost kiss. No. We have a couple who's already together. We don't really
Never.
see any of that kind of stuff.
And a mad dash. You were thinking yes, but I don't think so.
I was thinking yes, but it wasn't really a mad
No.
dash. She just doesn't leave, and the mother-in-law and her mother help set up the same place where he proposed. The same.
Yeah, she has a
setup.
little temper tantrum-y thing. That's sort of a dash.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, okay.
But no or yes?
No.
No. Okay.
So that's it for this
yeah.
one.
Tell us what you thought about this one. Was it a hit or miss for you? Let us know in the comments below.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
And we'll see you back next week for another. Is there another wedding movie?
Yeah, definitely. This one looks fun, I think.
What is it?
I'm not sure if it's the Did you catch it?
Oh man, that'd be so fucking cool.
On camera, that would have been so good. I'm not sure if it's there's a Jewish wedding one, and then there's also, I think, an Indian wedding one. That one's gonna be fun, I think.
That should be fun.
If they go into some of the cultural traditions in that one, I think it'll be
There better
awesome.
be good dancing.
Oh, I want to see some dancing. I would love them
I see
to
some, like,
bust into.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is me trying to dance, but
fun,
no.
yeah, that's good.
Anyway, guys, we'll see you very soon.
And thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.
Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. What was that?
See you soon.
And we'll see you next episode.
Bye.
Bye.